Dear participants, we have our next presenter, Mr. Ugunda, on the topic of public health and the title Impact of Party of Women on their uptake of family planning in rural and urban area, in fact in Nigeria. Mr. Uganda.
All right, so good morning, everyone. I'm Ms.Ogundana Adejoke. The topic of the paper I'm presenting today is Impact of Parity of Women on their uptake of family planning in rural and urban area of FCT, Nigeria. This study was conducted in FCT. All right, family planning simply refers to a woman's ability to choose if and when she becomes pregnant and continues the pregnancy to term. Globally, we have 44% of maternal deaths that were prevented through the use of contraceptive. And in Nigeria, contraceptive use was reported to be at 17%, according to 2018 Nigeria Demographic and Health Survey. With Nigeria's population that is more than 200 million and a fertility rate of 5.3%, and we also have a growth rate of 2.5% as at 2020. It has also been recorded that the use of contraceptives in Nigeria is low. It's very low. The maternal mortality ratio rate was at 576 per 100,000 live births, and then a 10% of global maternal deaths, and infant mortality ratio was 47 over 1,000 live births. The objective of this study is to assess the impact of the number of children a woman has in the family on their attitude and the uptake of family planning in the rural and urban setting. The specific objectives are to assess the association between the number of children a woman has and her attitude to the uptake of family planning, and also to assess the association between the woman's number of children and the uptake, the actual uptake of family planning in the rural and the urban settings. The methodology adopted in this study was a cross-sectional analytical study design that was used, and then the study was conducted among women of reproductive age, the age range between less than 90 years and up to above 35 years of age, and women who have had children before the introduction of this study. A total of 480 women participated in this study as respondents. A multi-stage sampling technique was applied, and the study was done in FCT using two LGAs in FCT, one as rural community and the other as an urban setting. 50 households were systematically selected in 10 wards in each of across the LGAs. A total of 500 households were pulled to participate in the study. A structured questionnaire was used as tool for data collection in this study. A total of 480 women of reproductive age who have had children before the introduction of the study participated as respondents, and it was observed that most of the respondents were married. 80% were monogamous married, while 19% were in polygamous marriage. Then this study also revealed the association between the respondents' number of children and the attitude of the respondents to uptake of family planning was statistically significant at p-value of 0.001. The study also revealed that most women who have had more than one child have a good attitude to the uptake of family planning. A good attitude to the uptake of family planning was found to be more pronounced among women with the number of children that are between 1 to 4. It was found to be at 80%. Then we also observed that there is an association, statistically significant association, between the respondents' uptake of family planning and the number of children in the rural community, and they also have a good uptake of family planning. The women with 8 children and the women with 9 children were all observed to have poor uptake of family planning. The association between the number of children by the respondents in rural settings and the respondents' uptake of family planning was found to be not significant. Nevertheless, the association between the number of children and the respondents' uptake of family planning in the urban setting was found to be significant at p-value of 0.02%. 0.02. It was observed that uptake of family planning among women with more than 1 child was higher in urban setting than in the rural setting. It was also observed furthermore in this study that most women that have had 1 child or more have a good attitude to uptake of family planning. A good attitude of above 80% was observed among the respondents who have had between 1 to 4 children. Some previous studies have also proven this. These significant variations in the uptake of family planning among women with different number of children. Contraceptive use was found to be highly related to family size, which was also proving that households with up to or more than 4 family members have better attitude to the uptake of family planning and a higher tendency to use family planning methods. This study also compared the attitude of women to the actual attitude of women to uptake of family planning and their actual uptake of family planning. But it was observed that their attitude to the uptake of family planning does not really translate to the actual uptake of family planning, because the attitude was found to be higher, but the uptake was lower than the attitude. One would have expected that if the attitude or the family planning is excellent, then the uptake would be the same. But it shows that the reverse is the case. This was also shown in other similar studies conducted on the contraceptive use, attitude of women to the uptake of contraceptive in the communities. Was found that the uptake does not really translate to the attitude does not translate to the uptake of family planning among the women. This study concluded that women's attitude to the uptake of family planning and their uptake of family planning can be influenced by the number of children they have or the number of children already in the family size. This also showed that the attitude of women to uptake of family planning does not actually translate to their uptake. There are other factors that are players in the uptake of family planning among the women of reproductive age. So their attitude and their uptake varies. This study recommends those. This study is an eye-opener to how much the family size can influence the woman's attitude and also the uptake of family planning among the women. It's very important to create specific family planning program strategies, family planning messages, and health education that targets women who have a larger family size. Also, more research work needs to be done to identify the factors that affect the uptake of family planning, especially in FCT, and to also identify other players, other factors that play a major role in the uptake of family planning among women of reproductive age in FCT. These are the references, some of the references used in the course of these studies. More than this, but for the purpose of this presentation, we are only showing this. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the presentation, a wonderful presentation, Adejoke, under the topic impact of parity of women on their uptake of family planning in rural and urban area in FCT Nigeria. Dear presenters and participants, please raise the questions in the chat box so that Ms. Adejoke can answer that. And also we open the floor for Ms. Adejoke on the topic presented in public health. Please poll for her also.
Okay, you received a first question. What was the percentage uptake of family planning in your work? The question asked by Ms. Alphonse. Have you seen the question in the chat box?
Okay, so among the women that are 80%, for the women that are above, that have between 1 to 4 children, their attitude was found to be 80%. I hope that answers the questions.
Okay, dear participants, please raise questions for the presenter, Ms. Adejoke. And also kindly poll for the presenter. And one more question we received in the chat box: what did you establish to account for the disparity between family planning uptake and number of children amongst women in urban and rural FCT?
Sorry, if I understand this question.
It's a continuous question.
Yeah, because there are other factors that we found to also be responsible for this poor uptake among the women, that our respondents. Other factors like husbands, agreements to using family planning, even if the woman is open to it, she's willing to do. But if the husband says, no, it's not an agreement, of course, she can't go further. Then also, some of the women in polygamous marriage, they might be willing. Some are willing to use, but because of competition, some don't. They don't end up using it. So invariably, some have a good attitude to it, but they can't use it because they have to consider their husband or the environment, the community, their partner, or the other wife. Does she have more children? I have 2, she already has 4. To get my husband's favor, I have to do more. So invariably there are other players, other factors that are involved in the uptake, that affect the uptake of family planning among women. So that's what we were able to deduce from this study.
Thank you, Ms. Adejoke.
Yeah.
One more question.
No. Why is it?
Main overall uptake before satisfying 2 months with up to 4 children.
Okay, I'm seeing this.
Yeah.
Why is implant type of family planning not so conducive for women that are above 40 years of age? Also, a woman during family planning is still, is still seen to be pregnant. Why can't this cause deformity of the baby? Well, this is a little out of the study, but let me just share a little knowledge I have about this. The implants, I think gynecologically, a woman has to be assessed by a gynecologist before she can take on any family planning method. Any family planning method that is good for A does not necessarily mean will be applicable or convenient for B. So if a woman is above 40, there are a lot of questions that gynecologists would like to ask before placing her on family planning. Has she been through CS? How many children does she have already? What's her period like? Does she have hormonal imbalance? There are a lot of things. So I think it's that one. It's good gynecologically. It's a woman has to be assessed before placed on any family planning method. Then also another question here says, is the role of women employment look in the study? Oh yeah, from our demographic factors, yes, women that are employed, that are educated and working, they have, yes, better attitude, and some of them have better uptake, but necessarily not all, because also some still have the influence of husband. In our culture, cultural factors, tribal factors, traditional religion, because when in the Islamic religions, a woman, no matter how educated you are, you can't make some decisions. So also in the Christian view. So this, yes, education is a woman educated, yes, she has better attitude, and some have better uptake, but not all. Other factors too still play a role there. Did you also consider the level of rural women, because they have some level of education from primary? Yes, can also have difference despite their major factor affect the uptake. There are a lot of contraceptive use in a lot of contraception in the rural areas in the FCT. Yes, we found that yes, there are educated women in the rural areas. Contraception in the rural areas in this study, according to what we found, was sorry, I'm trying to go back to in the urban among women that have a high number of children in the rural community settings in this study, the use of contraception was low. It was a little low compared to those in the urban community. In the urban community here. So I think that answers that. Okay, I'm trying to rush to answer the questions.
Okay, Ms. Adejoke, please share your email ID over there in the chat box,
okay,
so that if anybody having any concerns or questions, they can rise up to your email ID. You can answer it. And thank you for your presentation and your time. Thanks for the participant in 8th TWCS. Yeah, thank you so much, Adejoke.